Hello and welcome to Newsmakers. I'm your host, Nancy Lewis. Today we're going to be talking about education in Missouri, and we are here with State Senator Paul LeVota.
Thank you.
In the Truman Library, which is in fabulous Independence, Missouri. Right. You should come check it out.
Welcome to the 11th Senatorial District.
Thank you. So today we're talking education.
Yes.
If there's one thing that can be fixed in education by legislators, what would it be?
Well, you know, I went to the Independent School District myself, and my kids go there. I think about when I was in third grade, I had Miss Minshaw as my teacher, and she had the resources and the dedication to really instill that lifelong learning in me. And I want the people of Missouri and the kids of Missouri to have the same thing. And what I see in education is that we have continued to slide in the wrong direction. And the reason for that is that we don't give enough resources when it comes to education. We are not funding the foundation formula to the tune of $600 million a year, which means local school districts like Independence, Fort Osage, Kansas City, which are in my district, have less resources to provide that good education. So I think that's the number one thing we need to do legislatively, is make sure we have sound tax policy, make sure we're getting the money that we need to pay for education, and then using those resources on our priorities, which is our kids.
Do you think that sometimes legislators can, in trying to improve things in education, actually take things back a little bit?
That's exactly what happens in Jefferson City. There's type of things like trying to fix teacher tenure when it should be a school board responsibility. There are things that try to make different municipalities and school districts do certain things that a legislator wants. Well, we add those things, but we don't add any more resources. It's hard for school districts to get by and provide that quality education that really every kid deserves in the state.
You know, it seems as though there are some legislators out there who have kind of an anti-public education.
Yes.
I don't want to say bias. That's just how they feel.
I think they do.
And where's that coming from, and why do you think that has become kind of pervasive?
Well, I think education's challenge. We have to educate our kids not for the world today, but for the world in the future. It's a challenging thing. And when you see some lack of skills in the workplace, you begin to blame the education system. We need to be creative and make it a priority again, make it a commitment to have good education like we've all been blessed to have. I think we've lost that. We've lost that in the terms of tax policy that cuts the rich and lets the middle class still have a high tax rate. We don't have those resources like we used to. We need to make it a priority, and legislation should follow that.
So what are you going to do about it?
Well, one of the things that it gets from education to tax policy to budgeting, I have some ideas to make our budget a budget from last year as opposed to a number that we think will happen. Right now we have the governor withholding money, we have the legislature not providing enough money. We don't have sound numbers when we do our budget enough. And so I have some ideas that will be, how do we budget better? Now that will help school districts know what they can anticipate and let taxpayers know what they should be doing going forward. And you know, that link to education is hard to make, but that's what legislators should be doing. We should be having that foundation of good tax policy and good budgeting to make it easier for school districts.
Because people say that education is economic development, right?
Absolutely. We have to prepare our kids for the jobs of the future, not for the ones that they have now.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thanks for being here, and thank you for being here. We hope to see you next time on Newsmakers.